The Man Who Carried the Dead, a story of the heart, a tale of sorrow and compassion. Long ago, during a time of great sickness, towns were quiet and the air felt heavy. There was a man whose long, difficult job was to collect the dead from the silent houses. Each morning, he walked slowly through the quiet streets with a heavy wooden cart. He would lift the bodies gently. He placed them in the cart and carried them beyond the town walls to a great, silent burial pit in the fields. Day after day, he did this work. The sorrow of the town sat heavy upon his shoulders. At first, he cried for the people he carried. He whispered prayers for them. But the days went on, and the cart grew heavier. His heart began to close. Not because he was cruel, but the weight of so much loss was too much for one heart. So he worked in silence, lift, carry, walk, return, again and again. Until one day, as he placed another body in the cart, he noticed something. A quiet presence nearby. A woman stood watching. She wore a soft blue cloak. Her face was filled with compassion. It was Mary. She did not speak. She simply stood there, watching, witnessing. Holding the heavy sorrow of the town in the depth of her steady and gentle gaze. The man felt something stir inside him. For the first time in many days, his throat tightened. And quietly, he began to pray. Not loudly, just a whisper. A blessing for the person he carried. A wish for peace for their soul. Then another prayer for the next, and another. Something began to change. The work was still heavy, but the silence had lifted. The prayers flowed like a small stream. And as he walked beyond the town toward the burial field, the clouds slowly parted. Sunlight touched the earth. Warm, golden light fell across the field and rested upon the man. In that moment, something opened inside him. His heart softened. Not with the crushing sorrow he once felt, but with a warm compassion. He realized something quietly. Even in the darkest work, love could still live. From that day forward, the man continued his work. He still carried the dead. He still walked the same path each day, but now every person he carried received a prayer. And every morning, as the sun rose above the field, its warmth reminded him. A heart may close in sorrow, but it can always open again in the light. Sometimes life asks us to carry heavy things, grief, loss, witnessing the suffering of others. At times, the heart closes simply to survive, but compassion and prayer can reopen what has hardened. Just like the man with the cart, we may discover that even in difficult work, the heart can remain alive. Take a slow breath, place a hand gently on your heart, and always remember. Even after the darkest days, the sun still rises, and the heart can open again.